Join me as I disclose the one thing that every older musician needs to really keep their music alive. As we get older, we often find our music careers at crossroads. We've spent our lives perfecting our craft, but the music industry is always changing, and it is a challenge for us older musicians to stay relevant and adapt to these new technologies and trends. Talented musicians like us, we struggle with this. So it got me thinking, what's the one thing that could make all the difference to us seniors musically if we want to keep our stuff out there? My name is Henry Clark, and this is Senior Musicians Unite, where I share tips, tricks, and industry insight to help senior musicians like me, like us, achieve success in today's competitive landscape. So let's get into it. One of the biggest hurdles that we face as older musicians is adapting to all the new technologies, not just software and digital tools, but also computer skills. We're challenged in trying to be relevant in an industry that, let's be honest, it prioritizes youth and novelty. And it's tough for us as older musicians to compete. And of course, as we get older, we face different life circumstances, family responsibilities, or, some of us even have health issues, right? Like sometimes, these migraines, right? Or this arthritis makes it a little bit harder for me to focus on music, to be honest with you guys. But let's be real. The whole music industry can be pretty unforgiving, and especially if you're not young or trendy. And I've seen great musicians struggle to find their place in the industry. And even now, some of them are having problems in trying to stay relevant. I've got friends that are fantastic jazz musicians that are really having a hard time at staying relevant, thriving, and also making a living making music. But alas, there is a secret. Well, it's not really a secret. But to stay in the game, there is one thing that we tend to overlook, and that's having a strong online presence. I know it seems obvious, but trust me, it is a game changer. Your professional website and social media profiles and email list help you connect with fans and promote your music and build your brand. And I've seen musicians use their websites, their social media, their Facebook and Instagram stories, their reels and things like that with exclusive content, and even sell merchandise. And it's amazing how much more control and flexibility they have over their careers when they adopt these principles. For example, somebody like Neil Young, guy's been in the industry for decades, but he's still incredibly active and relevant. And one reason is that his team has been smart about his online presence. He's got a great website. He's got a great Facebook page. He's got millions of followers. Now, I know that someone as big as he is, he also has a team to manage it. Let's be honest, it's too much for one person, right? But the point is that they're doing it right. And because of that, his team constantly connects him with his fans, and he gets to advocate for causes he cares about. And it's pretty inspiring to see how he's adapted to the changing industry and state. Staying true to himself is what I'm saying. Another great example is also Joni Mitchell. She also has an incredible career that spanned 5 decades, and she is widely respected and admired. And part of her success is also due to her willingness to evolve and experiment with new things, sounds, and technologies. She even does art and writings. And when you see her social media presence, whether it be, Facebook or her website or things like that, you see all of this out there, which helps her stay connected with her fans. And she also has millions of followers. Yeah, I'm not telling you guys you're going to get, millions of followers right away. I know people on YouTube, they'll tell you that, right? But I take that with a grain of salt, But what I would say is that, again, the secret is getting an online presence. Whether it be your website, Instagram, or Facebook, whatever it may be, you need to do that. You need to reach out globally because the world's a huge place. And your fans can come from all kind of places that, especially as a senior musician, you would never have the opportunity to visit or even more or less perform. But these people can become great fans. I'm going to step back for a second and use myself as an example. Though I'm not a superstar, but I'm doing okay. Right now I have over 50,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, and I have a website, and I have a Facebook musician page. Not my family page, but a different page that's a Facebook musician page. I use my website pixel to capture email lists when I run music ads. The beauty of the website pixel is that I can run my Facebook and Instagram ads, and it will capture their email addresses, and then I can retarget those people because they're already interested in what I do. And that's how I can build a fan base. I have a Shopify store that was linked to my website, and my store had merchandise for senior musicians. It was a nice store, but I didn't have the cycles to manage it. I just couldn't do it and promote it properly, right? So I've suspended the sales temporarily. I'll probably reopen it next spring. But what's even more interesting is that sometimes messages pop up now from Google where people have seen my merchandise in one of my videos, and they ask how can they purchase some of the items. And I just have to tell them, I hate to do that, but I have to tell them, that it's not available right now. It will be reopened in a little while. So remember that the must-have is to keep your music alive as an older musician is a strong online presence. So get started and build it if you haven't already. Believe me, it will help your music career. And if you're looking for tips and advice on how to succeed as a musician, also check out my videos about getting on local radio. And for more inspiration, of course, be sure to check out my other videos that are geared toward older musicians, whether it be using software, whether it be just music counsel or production, or whether it just be techniques that you can use.